Mr. Limited loves to live by the rules. In fact, he actually takes joy in being ruled. He drives with his hands at 3 and 9 and makes the utmost out of one charge of battery, making sure that it's always charged to its most efficient level. Mr. Loose burns through batteries. In fact, he's got about 10 of them, just like the amount of bikes in his garage. Fuel economy? Nah. He never pays parking tickets, drives with one hand at 12 o'clock, flaunts traffic speed limits, and hell, he never even tells his parents what time he'll be home at night. These then are 2 examples of e-mountain biker. Clearly, there's a load more. But the question is, should you de-restrict your e-bike? Whoa, crikey, not a bad day for an e-bike ride, a bit cold. What on earth are you doing?
Turning my de-restrictor on, Steve. Got it off eBay, 120 quid. Yeah. Means I get rid of that stupid 15.9 mile an hour, 25 kph. Who the hell wants to ride around these woods at that speed? Yeah. It's like a Victorian horse and cart. Who the hell made these bloody rules up anyway? Idiots.
Ooh, that's a bit harsh, Chris. I actually have a nice time on my e-mountain bike. I don't think I can go that speed.
You know, you really need to get with a program. Who the hell wants to trundle up those hills 50 mile an hour, 25 kph? It's about being in your big chain ring, hardest gear, cruising up there 30 mile an hour. I'm really not into this restricted, Steve.
See, I think this obsession with speed and overtaking people on the trail with a snigger and getting to the top of fire roads as quick as humanly possible is just a load of nonsense. The modern e-mountain bike can do lots without being de-restricted, wasting battery in the name of speed and saving time, and then you're just around wondering what to do with the time you've saved anyway.
Well, I think you're speaking absolute there, Steve. I totally disagree with you. I think it's about time we did a duel. In fact, not one duel, 4 duels. Finally, it's about 30 seconds of time you wasted on that restricted piece of junk.
You actually got away from me a bit there, Chris.
It's about time you get with the times. Every single person is de-restricting their bike.
Oh wow, how fast are you going up there?
Well, my eyes were streaming, I couldn't really see, and my speedo said 15 mile an hour, so if I times that by 2, that's 30 mile an hour.
What effect's that going to have though on the battery life on your bike?
Who the hell cares about MPG? It's all about miles per hour.
Yeah.
I think you really need to de-restrict that bike, Steve.
Do I need to get with it, do I? Is that what you're saying?
Get with the times. That restriction needs to go. Yeah. Tell you what, actually, we're going to do a head-to-head drag race. Me and you, and I'm absolutely going to smash you. What a pointless exercise that was. You were miles behind. That was so lame. That bike's so slow.
Look, when do I ever do a drag race on my e-mountain bike?
Well, best bit of advice I got for you, Steve. Get on eBay, order a dongle, get that bike de-restricted. Maybe get your great grandson to fit it whilst you're down your pub sipping your real ale. God. Where's he off?
I think he said the top of a downhill track.
Downhill track? Whilst he's meandering his way up the fire road slowly, I may as well go down the pub, get a burger and chips. Guys, that car should be able to do 200 mile an hour. I want that speed limiter removed. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, no worries. I'll bring it in. See you then. Finally here then.
Oh, great. Do you know what? It's all making sense now. My nephew said he saw you down the supermarket car park on the weekend. Really? Yeah. Hey, but listen, back to the riding. I've got this lovely bit of single track. It's not for a horse and cart, like you mentioned earlier, but it'll take us down the downhill to that super technical track uphill, which I talked about earlier. Do you know what? I've been meaning to ask you, where can you ride that bike of yours?
Not very many places.
Yeah? You can go down the bike park, all right?
Private land's all right, as long as there's no public access.
Yeah, down the pub though on the night, you can ride down the pub.
I'm allowed to ride it on the road, Steve.
What about the super cool trails down by your house?
Nah, public access again.
Oh, crikey, that's not so good. Hey, listen, should we ride down the track together?
You crack on, I'll see you down there. I'll catch you up, easy.
Crikey, I wonder where he's gone. He's been quite a while now. Oh, here he is. Ah, Chris. Well, you're right. You've been gone a bit of a while. You're right.
Yeah, I'm alright. Thing is, trails aren't very defined, are they? Can't really see where you're going.
They seem pretty clear to me. Hey, well, no matter. Do you know what? I was going 29 kilometers an hour down there. Got a time in 3:21. What was yours?
Well, it's a little bit slower, but I had a few things going on. Had a wild boar run out, jammed in the front wheel. They got a double pinch puncher on the rear wheel.
Oh, bloody hell, that's bad luck.
Yeah.
Anyway, never mind, let's get them fixed. And I fancy another couple of runs on that. How about you? Really nice technical track. We can do a time run to the top.
Nah, you're right.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't got a lot of battery left.
Really? What do you mean you've got no battery left? Wow, you really are down. I'm still on 5 bars.
We can't get out. I've been going way faster than you, remember? You can't get out what you don't put in.
Didn't you have a spare battery in your van I saw earlier?
I've got 3 spare batteries in the van.
Okay, I wouldn't go and pop them down and get one, right? Fresh battery then.
Yeah, 1 of 3.
Great. Well, nice fresh battery, a nice fresh track. This is where your bike, your de-restricted bike, will probably come into its own.
Definitely.
It's a smooth single track for about 5 minutes, and I think your speed will be pretty fast up there.
Should hopefully be about 30 miles an hour the whole way up.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if you give me a minute, I mean, there's a good chance you'll catch me up. So you
Definitely
give me
will catch
exactly
you
a
up.
minute and we'll compare times when we get to the top. So do you want to count me in?
Yeah, I'll see you up there and I'll pass you on the way up.
Count me in then.
Steve.
Count me in.
3, 2, 1. See you in a bit.
Right, 5:20. So Chris should be arriving pretty soon, actually.
Whoa.
What, Chris? How'd you get on?
That was amazing. I was literally flying around those berms uphill, bouncing off the roots. This thing was flying.
I really thought you'd catch me up. What was your time?
6:55. How fast did you? Well, how fast did you meander up that hill?
Well, I did a 5:20, but if you did 6:55, and if you take a minute, because you started a minute after me, that's like 5:55. That's like quite a lot slower than my time. Chris, what really happened on that single track climb? I don't think that super bike of yours is everything it's cracked up to be.
No, it wasn't as fast as yours up there, I don't think.
But so is there actually any point then in us going to a technical single track climb? Because let's face it, I am going to smoke you, but
If it's smooth, then yeah, I think it might be a little bit faster, but if we go more technical, it's definitely not going to be any difference in it whatsoever.
So for me, I think the great part of our restricted e-mountain bikes is you actually get a true readout on the display. Now I know yours messed up, but on some e-mountain bikes you do get a true readout if they are de-restricted. But yeah, a good readout, you get a good range out of your battery, you get a great e-mountain bike feel. It can be a bit of a more of a workout on occasions, but at least you don't get to wear your components out like you've been doing on your bike.
Yeah.
You've snapped 2 chains today.
Snapped 2 chains, worn a battery out. But I think it comes down to what your idea of mountain biking is. Obviously, a de-restricted bike is a lot faster on fire roads, which, you know, is great if it's not public access. And of course, on the road, it's going to be a lot faster. But you're not mountain biking if you're on the road, and it is technically illegal if you're riding a de-restricted bike on the road as well. So it all comes down to what your idea of mountain biking really is.
So I think you might be changing your ways then, Chris.
Yeah, it might be time to take that dongle off, Steve. I think you might have changed my ways.
Great. So if you want to see more controversial e-mountain bike videos, check out the one e-bikes versus uplift. Please let us know your comments on this video, because I'm sure there's loads to do with de-restriction, right, Chris?
Yeah, don't forget, if you enjoyed today's video, you can subscribe to EMBN by clicking the globe in the middle of the screen. Give us a thumbs up. We'll see you soon.